I think, James, it's the most undervalued thing, and the thing that we don't do. You know, we always talk about measurables, don't we? And actually, what we end up with is numbers. So what happens is we've learned to value what we can measure, what we can put into numbers. But actually, we need to learn to measure what we can value. And stories are evidence. And I often say to teachers, if you have to explain an abstract to children, immediately after that abstract, there should be a comma, and then the two words, for example. And then comes the story, and the story contextualizes the purpose of the abstract, and those kids will go, I get that. Right? So when I hated maths, and my teacher, who shall remain nameless, would stand there and go, if A is 2 and B is 3, what is C? And I think, I don't even know what language you're speaking. Why would I want to know that? But if he turned around and said, Johan Cruyff is also known as Pythagoras in boots, I would have sat up. And I would have wanted to know. So stories are evidence. Stories are, for example, stories are journeys, they're travel. And Alan Rickman, the late wonderful Alan Rickman, used that and basically says, you know, the more oppressive a situation we're in, the more we need to tell stories. And we need to get children to tell stories. And we need to get you to tell stories and your dad to tell stories. And actually, it's not an age thing down. Every experience matters. However young you are, every experience is true in the eye of that storyteller. If you're 4, that's a true story. And if you're 84, that's a true story. And they are of equal value within their context. And that's where that matters such a great deal, right? And to go with my friend Sir Ken Robinson, rest his soul, you know, we do teach creativity out of children. And we do, because we then go, but that story isn't true, isn't it? It doesn't matter. It's the child's story. It's like when they draw. If a 2-year-old draws James Neill, it might be unrecognizable, Picasso-esque, but it is how you are seen by that child. When they get 6, we turn around to them and go, no, you shouldn't do it like this. You should do it like that. And I think we need to watch that, because we've done far too much of this. And in an age of personalization, we are actually robotizing the schooling of our children, particularly at secondary. So storytelling, I think, is a must. And incidentally, TikTok storytelling. Kids are brilliant at it, right? Stories are not just in the heads of the whoever, words on paper. There are so many ways of telling the story. We just need to become a bit more open-minded to that, I think.